supplier performance, what that means? It means understand and listen to your customer, be experienced with specific customer processes in purchasing, ordering, accounting, development, production, logistics. Again, it means know your customer, know the organization. A well-managed company with healthy financial background, high production flexibility to cover volume changes, innovation, annual cost reduction and annual savings, continuous improvement, cost transparency, and reliable, professional, and stable organization. In summary, what are the common failed reasons in Vietnam? It's a lack and/or fragmentary operation control system across suppliers' supply chain. So you don't know your own processes, you cannot control your own processes for whatever reason. There's always, or many times, a gap between commitment and delivery, and you will see some samples later on. Short-term gains versus long-term win approach. This is a kind of mindset which we can see very often. Lack of lean practices and insufficient quality management systems. This is an issue which can be solved with investing in training, investing in training people. Safety standard and safety behavior. We see mainly at the small, medium enterprises, missing customer orientation and communication. In summary, Vietnam can profit from many positive factors supporting the global supply chain integration. What I showed you before, geographically, low wages, young workforce, and high education levels. Political legal frame conditions need to be further developed to improve the competitiveness. Suppliers must do their homework now to become part of the ASEAN and global supply chain. And this now is very important because a lot of things are ongoing to get connected to the global supply chain. And the one who doesn't start it today, he will lose at the end. A successful integration into ASEAN global supply chain supports sustainable increase of turnover and profit and help companies to increase their market share. We see many samples where it starts with one international customer. The companies here invested in improving their processes, got one international customer, and due to that reference, they could increase their business on a very wide scale. Customer requirements of foreign direct investment and international companies are very high and demanding, but success stories of suppliers are proving that it is worth to invest in people, education, quality, and production. So here I have a case study which I would like to show you as a sample where you see the main problems today. This is based on a company, Medovation. They produce medical equipment. And if you hear medical equipment, then you automatically think about very clean products, clean room conditions, high production requirements, and you see this here. So you only look at these pictures and you should get an imagination what the customer is expecting. So what was the problem? First of all, the customer looked to get a special packaging, polybag, which is a perforated color white, clear material with a low density flat polyethylene. It should have been supplied pre-opened on a roll. Core material, plastic parts must be free of dirt because we are talking about medical operation. But in fact, no big requirements. The problem was that there was no Vietnam supplier who could make two perforated lines, can make pre-open bags. They can't roll the bags onto a non-carton core. The annual volume was very small, or not very small, it was quite small, but nevertheless it was a long-term contract and a long-term additional income for a supplier who could manage that. Finally, it came to the point that the pricing was not attractive, even after calculating logistic costs for importing the product from America. So how was the process? The company invited 5 suppliers to attend the quotation with a short list of 2 potential suppliers. They worked with 2 suppliers, but at the end nobody could get approved. So the main reason why, because nobody really listened to the customer, what he wants, what he needs, and to offer a solution. The second case is latex-free rubber band, which was also requested by the same company. Latex-free, why? Because a lot of medical patients, they have latex problems. They cannot deal with latex, so the requirement was a latex-free product. But as you see, it's not a difficult product. It's just a rubber band cutted. The requirement was dimensional and tolerance requirements, and cleanliness, of course, and edges, no loose edges and threads allowed. So using some special cut technology. What was the result? This company went ahead with 10 suppliers, approved one supplier finally, but at the end it was not able to supply. What did supply? You see here on the picture. You see how it is cut. You see the color. You see the dirt on the products. So absolutely nothing to do with medical. And again, this comes back on listen to the customer, listen to the problem, and provide the right solution. This is another sample of a warehouse. This comes back to organizational health and safety, following standards, following procedures, following processes. Another sample of a warehouse. I went there in a very hot time of the season. You see milky dairy products stored in a warehouse of about 40 degrees inside, beside tires, beside chemicals. This is not something exceptional. You can find this in many places in Vietnam. And this is how it should look like. This is what a customer would expect.